The Dodgers clubhouse just exploded and no one saw this coming. After a humiliating sweep by the Cubs, tensions boiled over and Dave Roberts reportedly demanded out in the middle of a full-blown locker room meltdown. Fans are in shock, the front office is scrambling, and the entire MLB world is watching L.A. right now. Is this the beginning of the end for the Dodgers' championship hopes? Could Roberts really walk away from the team? Tap in to get the full inside story on this jaw-dropping development. This might be the biggest Dodgers drama of the season so far. Before we dive into today's jaw-dropping story, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any breaking MLB news, updates, or behind-the-scenes drama from the world of baseball. Now, let's get into it. The baseball world is still reeling from what just unfolded in Los Angeles. A franchise that's often viewed as the gold standard of Major League Baseball has just been swept at home. Yes, you heard that right, swept by the Chicago Cubs. And it wasn't just the scores that shocked fans. The locker room has erupted into chaos, and now, rumors are exploding across the league. Dave Roberts, the manager who led the Dodgers to years of success, is reportedly demanding out after a locker room meltdown that shook the entire organization to its core. The Dodgers, with their star-studded roster and sky-high expectations, were expected to handle the Cubs with ease. On paper, this was a mismatch. But in reality, it turned into a nightmare. The final game of the series ended 7-6 in favor of Chicago, but the score doesn't begin to capture the emotional weight of that loss. The Cubs didn't just beat the Dodgers, they exposed them. They capitalized on every mistake, out-hustled them, out-managed them, and showed the kind of fire the Dodgers seemed to lack. Dave Roberts couldn't hold back. In his post-game press conference, he looked like a man fed up, frustrated, and emotionally drained. His words weren't sugar-coated. He called out the team not just in terms of strategy, but mentality. People get caught up in their own individual paths, Roberts said. But the whole focusing on just winning a game and doing whatever it takes to win that day, we have to get back to that mindset. That wasn't just a coach giving motivational fluff. That was a cry for help, a public dressing down of a team that seems to be slipping away from its identity. And that identity? It used to be dominance. It used to be resilience. It used to be championships. But right now, the Dodgers are showing cracks. And not the kind that are easily patched. We're talking about deep fractures between players, between leadership, and maybe even within the front office. Insiders close to the organization say Roberts has reached his breaking point. He's reportedly furious over the lack of accountability, the complacency that's seeped into the locker room, and the egos that are getting in the way of winning baseball games. Let's be real. This is not the first time the Dodgers have hit a rough patch under Roberts, but it's definitely one of the most explosive. The difference now is that there's a sense that things are unraveling fast. That post-game meltdown wasn't just about a loss, it was about a season that's starting to feel like it's slipping away. Sources say Roberts had a closed-door meeting with team executives immediately after the game. The tone? Intense. According to a clubhouse insider, Roberts didn't mince words. He allegedly told the front office that if things don't change soon drastically, he's out. Not at the end of the season. Not after one more playoff run. Now, that's the level of urgency we're talking about. This isn't just a blip on the radar. It's a 5-alarm fire. Roberts is a respected figure in the baseball world. He's calm, calculated, and loyal. For him to even hint at walking away mid-season suggests that the dysfunction behind the scenes is reaching a boiling point. It's not just the sweep. It's the culture. It's the chemistry or the lack thereof. Players, for their part, seem stunned. Some are pointing fingers. Others are shell-shocked. Reports indicate that multiple players skipped post-game interviews, clearly aware of the storm brewing in the clubhouse. The energy, the unity that once defined this team? It's fading fast. And here's the kicker, this all comes at a time when the Dodgers should be making a push. The season isn't even halfway over, and yet, it feels like we're watching a slow-motion collapse. The upcoming series against the Pittsburgh Pirates was supposed to be a reset, a bounce back. Now, it's shaping up to be a defining moment in this team's trajectory. How the Dodgers respond could determine everything. Do they rally behind their manager? Do they tighten the ship, cut the egos, and get back to playing gritty, team-first baseball? Or do they continue down this slippery slope, with tension rising and the foundation cracking even further? Let's talk about the locker room. After the loss to the Cubs, insiders said voices were raised, tempers flared, and Roberts didn't hold back. One source even said Roberts called out specific players for being selfish, for focusing on stats and contracts over team success. That's not something you hear every day from a big league skipper. And it's definitely not something Roberts does lightly. And think about this: when a manager starts openly questioning players' commitment in public, it sends a message. Not just to the team, but to the league. It says, we have a problem. A big one. Roberts' frustration seems to stem from more than just a few bad games. It's about the lack of leadership from within the roster. Where's the spark? Where's the urgency? This is a team loaded with talent. You've got MVP caliber players. You've got all-stars. You've got guys who've been through the wars of October baseball. But right now, it feels like they're playing without heart. And that, more than anything, is what's eating away at Dave Roberts. Let's rewind to that final game against the Cubs. It was there for the taking. The Dodgers had chances. Big ones. Missed pitches. Base running errors. Defensive miscues. And each time, the Cubs responded with grit and hustle. They wanted it more. That's a hard pill to swallow for any franchise, let alone one with championship aspirations. In the aftermath, Roberts reportedly didn't speak to several players on the bus ride back. Tension? Ice cold. That's how serious this situation has become. A manager distancing himself from his roster? That's usually a sign that change is coming. Whether that's in the form of trades, lineup shakeups, or even a resignation, it's clear that status quo is no longer an option. This all leads to the looming question: will Dave Roberts really walk away? And if he does, what does that mean for the Dodgers' future? Get ready, baseball fans. Because this story is far from over. It's only just beginning. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video and want more breaking MLB stories, wild locker room drama, and real-time updates, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We've got a lot more coming your way, and you won't want to miss a single pitch.